The general they forgot. Growing up, my mother used to say, some people are destined for greatness. Others are meant to be the foundation. She'd smile as she said it, like she was offering comfort rather than resignation. I was 19 then, fresh out of basic training, still believing my uniform meant something to them. That comment became the invisible thread running through every family gathering. While they celebrated my sister's every achievement like a national holiday, my accomplishments vanished into polite silence. When Sarah made captain, social media exploded with their pride. When I returned from a classified deployment that I couldn't discuss, they forgot to pick me up from the airport. "You're always so unavailable," Dad would say, as if I'd been skipping family dinners instead of preventing international incidents in places that don't exist on tourist maps. The final straw came at Christmas dinner when they gave my chair to a neighbor's kid who'd gotten into medical school. I ate my meal standing in the kitchen, watching through the doorway as they toasted everyone's success but mine. That night, I made a decision. I would stop seeking their approval. I had survived war zones. I could survive being invisible in my own family. But life has a way of revealing truth when you least expect it. Last spring, I was observing a routine briefing at the command center. Just another day of staying in the background, taking notes, being professionally unremarkable. Then the door opened, and General Morrison walked in. His eyes swept the room until he found me. He stopped, straightened, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "General Matthews, thank you for joining us." The room went dead silent. Not for Sarah, not for anyone else they'd put on a pedestal. For me. That moment cut through 20 years of being overlooked like a blade through silk. For the first time in my adult life, I didn't shrink into the shadows. My name is Rebecca Matthews. For 20 years, I've led covert operations that kept this country safe. I've made impossible decisions in impossible places, lost good people under my command, and carried secrets that would break most civilians. But the hardest battle I ever fought was surviving my own family's indifference. Let me tell you how I got here. The Matthews family has served in the military for 4 generations. Dad retired as a Navy commander. Mom spent 15 years as an Army intelligence officer before becoming the perfect military wife. My brother Alex is a Marine major, and Sarah just made lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. Then there's me, the family disappointment, who couldn't hack it at the Naval Academy. What they don't know is that I didn't drop out. I was recruited. 2 weeks into my second year, 2 men in unmarked suits showed up at my dorm. They offered me something that officially didn't exist, a fast-track program into military intelligence so classified that I'd have to disappear from public record entirely. No ceremony, no graduation photos, no proud family moments, just a series of assignments that would take me to the darkest corners of the world. I said yes. For 20 years, I've been a ghost in their lives. I sent birthday cards from fake addresses. I watched Sarah's wedding through security footage because I was running an operation in Belarus that week. I missed Alex's promotion ceremony because I was extracting a diplomat's family from a compound in Somalia. They think I work in government administration somewhere near Washington. The truth is more complicated. I've spent 6 months undercover in terrorist cells. I've coordinated rescue operations that saved hundreds of lives. I've made decisions that prevented wars from starting and others that ended conflicts before they made headlines. The mission they call Operation Nightfall, where I lost 3 of my team members to save a school full of children, still wakes me up some nights. But you don't get medals for work that never officially happened. You don't get family photos for missions that don't exist. The call came on a Tuesday. Mom's voice was crisp, businesslike. "Sarah's getting promoted to colonel. You should come. Just try not to stand out." No, "how are you?" No, "we miss you." Just instructions on how to be invisible at my own sister's celebration. I almost didn't go, but something made me pack a bag and drive the 8 hours to the base where I grew up. Maybe I wanted to see if they'd finally notice who I'd become. Maybe I just wanted closure. The promotion ceremony was everything I expected. Sarah looked perfect in her dress uniform, giving a speech about dedication and service. She even took a subtle dig at people who abandon their commitments when things get challenging. The audience loved it. I sat in the back, wearing civilian clothes that wouldn't draw attention, listening to my sister essentially call me a quitter in front of 200 people. That's when everything changed. General Morrison entered halfway through the ceremony. His presence commanded immediate respect, the kind that comes from decades of earning it. He scanned the crowd methodically until his eyes locked on me. Recognition flashed across his face. He walked directly to my row, stopped, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "General Matthews, thank you for joining us." The room went dead silent. Not for Sarah, not for anyone else they'd put on a pedestal. For me. That moment cut through 20 years of being overlooked like a blade through silk. For the first time in my adult life, I didn't shrink into the shadows. My name is Rebecca Matthews. For 20 years, I've led covert operations that kept this country safe. I've made impossible decisions in impossible places, lost good people under my command, and carried secrets that would break most civilians. But the hardest battle I ever fought was surviving my own family's indifference. Laster, the only one that matters is the one you see in the mirror. What would you have done if your own family betted on you to fall? Would you have forgiven your sister? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more twisted revenge tales.